According to Vanguard, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, in a landmark judgment, has ordered the revelation of the spending details of about $5 billion of Abacha loot by governments of former Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, Goodluck Jonathan, and Muhammadu Buhari. The court ordered President Bola Tinubu's administration to disclose the exact amount of money stolen by General Sani Abacha from Nigeria, as well as the total amount of Abacha loot recovered, as well as all agreements signed in the same by the governments of former presidents Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, and Buhari. The judgment was given last week by Justice James Kolawole Omotosho in response to a Freedom of Information complaint filed by the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, with the case number FAC/ABJ/CS/407/2020. In his judgment, Justice Omotosho stated, in the final analysis, the application by SERAP is meritorious, and the federal government, through the Ministry of Finance, is hereby ordered to furnish SERAP with the full spending details of about $5 billion in Abacha loot within 7 days of this judgment. Justice Omotosho ordered the government to disclose details of projects carried out with Abacha loot, the location of any such projects, and the names of companies and contractors that carried out or are carrying out the project since the return of democracy in 1999 until the present day. In addition, Justice Omotosho directed the government to disclose details of specific roles played by the World Bank and other partners in the execution of any project funded with Abacha loot under the government of former Presidents Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, and Buhari. As expected, this development elicited reactions on Twitter as it was shared by Vanguard on their official handle. A Twitter user identified as John Sunday Udo said, "How I wish they get the end of this." Sami said the bulk of the Abacha loot was collected by the Buhari regime. He should be more accountable. Just feel that this is just a wishful thinking. They should do what? Now today, let's even assume that they get the money back. They are going to release the money, or like what they said, because they will tell you that they have spent it on this, they have spent it on that. So they are ordering Tinubu's government to disclose how the money was spent. Now today, maybe today now. Initially I was thinking, of course anything can happen. I don't even want to defend anybody, whether this government is the one going behind to ask them to do that, or whether it is the court. So the court is just waking up from their sleep. Well, there's no pathway for you guys. Why don't you take them to court in spirit of patriotism and nationalism? That is expected of you. They are all former presidents. The Nigerian courts are waking up from their slumber with the should, but they should be fair in the presidential case ahead of them. I hope so. One thing is certain, that the Buhari administration shared Abacha loot among themselves. How will Tinubu know? On how Buhari spent the loans he collected from China, from the World Bank, CBN, and other countries, Nigerians want to know. Who is going to give you that information? Well, it's in Dangote refinery, which is a fair share to the Yorubas before the disintegration of Nigeria, because another refinery is in Kaduna, and that is why federal governments of Nigeria wickedly refused to repair the 3 refineries in the Old Eastern region, majorly Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. We know all these plans of Yorubas and Fulanis. These people are very funny, and it's a nice idea to prove where it is being spent. This is just exercise in futility. You will not hear nada. Nada you will not hear. Nigeria, where leaders are problems to the followers, and they will be running up and down. looking for Nigerians who are corrupt. They will be going from places to places, arresting even most time innocent people. When you want to know that Nigeria is working, it is only all the laws being put in place when the poor masses are the ones who default. That's when you hear them working and everything. But if it were to be all this their cabals and the politicians, what they will do, the only thing they will do is just to make sure that they inform people if at all they want to go for the person, or they go after the person, so that it won't look as if they didn't do anything. You just hear that especially if the person is not in their good record, they will just do all this shambolic and social media trial. Before you could say Jack Robinson, you know, hear nothing again. Nigerians have been talking about how Gumi, no, Magu, how Magu was exposed, according to what the back and forth between himself and Malami. They were exposing themselves. But Magu said, oh, he didn't do that, he didn't do this. But at the end of the day, Nigerians are saying nothing was heard concerning that matter. And to make matter worse, Magu was promoted again. So what happened? Because Nigerians wanted to know whether he was innocent. If he was innocent, Nigeria want to know. If he's guilty, Nigeria also will want to know. So this issue of they should return this. In fact, oh Nabubu, court should invite Buhari to come and account for Nigerians. And you think that is going to be possible? Forget it. If you don't get it, forget it. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.